The Ocean Race Europe has started from Kiel, Germany, with 7 of the IMOCA yachts that we saw in the Vendée Globe taking part, with quite a few of the stars also on board the yachts. This time, instead of single-handed like in the Vendée, they sail with 4 crew on board and 1 media representative on each of the yachts. There was drama from the start though, and Allagrande MAPEI and Holcim PRB had a crash, and both have had to return to port to assess the damage, and Holcim PRB in particular has a huge gouge out of the hull from the collision. We take a look at the start. We then take a look also at the course, which I caught up with Phil Lawrence in Portsmouth before the start, and he runs us through the different ports that this race goes to. It's not like the Vendée where it's just a single lap of the planet. They are stopping in different locations and they have very quick stopovers, so it's more of a sprint than the marathon of the Vendée. We then take a look at the tracker to see where the remaining 5 yachts are, and also caught up with a few of the skippers before the start, so we talk to them and get their thoughts.
Rosalind Kuiper, first-time skipper, has nailed the time and distance on this start. The Ocean Race Europe 2025 gets underway, and Rosalind Kuiper, the youngest skipper in the fleet, starting strongly out in the lead. Big breeze coming over. Allagrande MAPEI, huge heel. Team Holcim PRB also, and Team Holcim PRB just broaching out. Too much heel, too much power for the rudder to control. Allagrande MAPEI just holding on to the power. They're using the big fractional code 0, the big head sail, giving them full power. Thomas Rien at the back of the boat. Oh, and right there in the middle, Allagrande MAPEI and Team Holcim PRB getting incredibly close. Now, Team Holcim PRB was to leeward, but I think Allagrande MAPEI was behind, going over the top, and that was far too close. Nobody on board either boat will be happy about that. We're just waiting to see exactly what happened there, and it is bad news for Allagrande MAPEI. The fractional masthead set, the fractional code 0 has torn. It has ripped. Now, that could have been on the rigging of Team Holcim PRB. That is a disastrous way to start this race. You are now going to have to get that sail furled out of the way. It actually looks like it was the masthead code 0, and that is why they lost control. There was so much power. Nobody else was going for that big sail.
Now, all of the teams are carrying 7 sails, so it isn't the end of the world for them. And it's the windward foil that completely cuts through the 0. They are so sharp. It's so easy for it to happen. But that is an absolute disaster for MAPEI. But they do have other sails on board. It's going to be a mission for them to deal with that now, get the sail out of the air, and try and repair it over the course of the leg.
Oh, you can just see Ambrosio Beccaria. He is not happy. He knows that he was, I don't want to jump the jury on this one, but I think technically in the wrong. But I think they felt we were through. We were over the top. There's no way the Team Holcim PRB will come up from there.
So the Ocean Race Europe is a 6-week race starting in Kiel in the middle of August, going around Europe and finishing in Paprec Arkéa in Montenegro, a place we haven't been to before, in September. The first leg goes from Kiel to Portsmouth, where we're stood now, on a slightly breezy day in Portsmouth. So the first stopover will be here, and then from Portsmouth we're going down to Cartagena in Spain with a quick pit stop in Porto in Portugal. Then we move on from Cartagena to Nice, and then Nice to Genoa in Italy, and then from Genoa down to the finish. So it's a really intense race, stopover every weekend. Thousands of miles of racing. It's tough for the crews. It's very tough for our organisation to put it together. In fact, it's harder to run than the round the world race, because there we do 6 to 8 stopovers in 6 months, not 6 weeks. But it'll be short, intense racing, and I hope it'll be a great event.
Looking at the tracker, we can see their reaching start where they set off at 20 knots as they make their way through the islands of Denmark. And we can see their Allagrande MAPEI and Holcim PRB having to turn back to Kiel to make repairs. As they made their way north, they then started to have to tack as they got more upwind conditions. And we can see their Biotherm in the lead with Team Paprec Arkéa in second and Team Malaysia in third. Looking up the course, we can see just how complicated the navigation is as you make your way up Denmark. And also just in about 14-15 hours, the winds are going to increase. They're going to have As they go round Skagen, which is the southern tip of Denmark, we can see the winds there. Those reds and yellows indicate winds that are going to be going up to 25, 30, maybe 35 knots, and are going to be upwind conditions as they make their way into the North Sea and head down towards Portsmouth. Before the start, we heard from Paul Milhat and Sam Goodchild from Biotherm, Ewan Rashom from Paprec Arkéa, Boris Herman and Cole Brouwer from Team Malaysia, Scott Scheuer, Pip Hare, Brian Thompson from Team Canada Be Water Positive, Alan Rurer from Team Amala, and Rosalind Kuiper from Holcim PRB.
I'm really excited, and the crew also. We are training since 2 days here, and after Vendée Globe I take a really good break because I know that this race will be really intense. So the idea is to be really fresh at the start. But no, now it's totally different of what we do usually. It's close racing with many turning points.
It's exciting to be back on the ocean race and in a sprint format, I guess, around Europe, and looking forward to getting on the boat, getting racing. And it's going to be an intense 6 weeks, but a lot of fun as well. I mean, it's a little bit unknown because this intensity, fully crewed racing with only 3 days roughly at each stopover is going to be, it can be really intense. It's nothing like around the world race. It's a whole different intensity. There's all the weather preparation for each. There's looking after the team and the rest of the whole team, shore team and sailing team, to make sure everyone's in good form the whole way around. And managing that's going to be a key part of winning the race at the end. Each leg is short, but on the stopovers, we're not exactly going to be able to catch up on everything we've missed out sleep-wise. So, you're going to have to be able to manage sleep while you're racing, but also be adaptable for if you've got a night where there's a lot of manoeuvres and a lot happening, you can't miss manoeuvres because you're tired. But then when there's times to get some proper rest, we're going to need to organise ourselves between the 4 sailors to make sure you get as much rest as you can when available. I mean, the goal's to win, for sure. There's some hot competition amongst the other boats, but I mean, we're confident we've got a decent boat, a decent team, decent preparation. I think the experience of the team on the ocean race around the world will help a lot. We know what we're going into and pacing ourselves over the 6 weeks, which is a sprint, but it can't be an all-out sprint, will be important. And Paul's done a great job of putting a team together, and we're here in Kiel feeling as ready as we can be to get a good result.
Well, we are very excited. It's been a long preparation, at least in our heads. Training-wise, we did a little bit in June, and most of it was the Rolex Fastnet race about 2 weeks ago now. So we feel ready, that's for sure. We've improved the boat a lot, and I'm kind of eager to see how it's going to play out. We're definitely looking to perform in some way. Most likely winning it in the end. That would be great, but I know it's going to be a tough race. The fleet is very leveled, and the course is very hard and it's long, and so I'm always careful about setting my objectives at a realistic level. So definitely top 3 is what we're looking at, but we've got our eyes on the win.
It's super exciting to start the race in Kiel because Kiel is such an amazing city for sailing. The fjord here is amazing. We have the biggest sailing event with the Kieler Woche, and there's many thousands of sailors that come here every year. The legacy of the ocean race coming here before, and really looking forward to start here on Sunday. Of course we want to win it, we give it our all, we do our best. There's a very strong fleet I think they can all win. It's really exceptionally a strong and even fleet, so that will be really good sport and very exciting to follow.
It's super exciting to be starting the race in Kiel as a team member of Militia. This is our home port, and Boris spent a ton of time here when he was younger and training in dinghies, so this feels amazing. The vibe is awesome, and we have lots and lots of fans here, so it's great.
It's really exciting to be starting the first leg of the ocean race in Kiel because it's in an area that we don't normally sail, actually. It's, as ocean racers, we're usually crossing big bodies of water, and it's going to be super technical and interesting getting out of Kiel and down to Portsmouth for this first leg. We're a very new team, being Canada Ocean Racing Be Water Positive. We have a new team that we've put together for this event, and we have a new boat. And so we've only been sailing together for about 2 months now, but our ambitions for the race are to finish each leg safely with a boat so we can continue the race, and as well be competitive. We saw that on the bit of the Fastnet that we did, we were pretty competitive boat to boat with some of the boats that are here, and we'd like to keep that up and ideally get on the podium for 1 or more legs of this race.
Very fortuitously, I started talking to Scott when he first started sailing in class IMOCA, and we've been in contact ever since. And after my dismasting, he knew I was looking for a project for the summer and he invited me to join the crew. Well, the first thing about our crew is they are awesome. We're led by Scott Scheuer, who's the founder of the team and our skipper, and then we have myself and Chris Pratt sailing every leg. Obviously Chris has a huge amount of experience in class IMOCA, sailed on Malizia previously and Chirao, and we have Seb Marset as well, who's also a Vendée Globe skipper, and the legend that is Brian Thompson, multi-hull sailor mostly, so this is a bit new to him.
Oh, this is going to be a fantastic start. I mean, the best leg start you could imagine. With reaching winds, these boats will be foiling off the start line, doing more than 20 knots. Beautiful sunny day, lots of spectators, reasonably flat seas. You couldn't ask for a better start to the race, and the build-up has been fantastic here in Kiel. People are super friendly.
So exciting. It's a dream coming true. I'm dreaming of that race till I'm young and really young, and actually it's can't wait to be Sunday and to take the start with those beautiful boats, beautiful team. There is all the best sailor in the world here, and that's something we can be proud of it.
So our ambitions for the race are simple. We want to win this Ocean Race Europe. So our crew lineup is very strong this year, starting with Nicolas Lunven. He sailed around the world in the last Vendée Globe, finishing 6th on board this boat, so he knows the boat very well. Then we have Frank Amas, a legendary sailor. I think he doesn't need any explanation. We have Alan Roberts from the UK. He knows from everything a bit and really mixes the energies and the personalities together on board. And we have Caroline Brouwer, well, legendary offshore sailor and Olympian. So with this crew, yeah, we're more than ready to go, and yeah, I fully believe in our capacity, and yeah, we're here to win.
Thank you for watching today. We'll keep you posted with all the latest news from the Ocean Race Europe on this channel, so please do subscribe using the button down here, and take a look at sailworld.com and yachtsandyachting.com, where we bring you all the latest news from the race and much more in the world of sailing.